I think there's words coming out onto the internet now.
Oh, there's
Uh,
words coming out onto the internet. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Yes. Who are you?
I'm Paul. Who are you?
Hi, I'm JJ. But
Sweet.
yes. so, but yes, hello. Thank you for joining us to our weekly stream where Paul and I usually do something Kubernetes or OpenShifty is a good way to describe it. Um, but how about you introduce yourself, Paul? Who are you?
Yeah, my name is Paul Tchaikovsky, and I am a managed OpenShift black belt at Red Hat.
And I
Who are
think your
you?
yeah, I think your title's underneath you right now, by the way. Um,
Oh, fancy. How did that happen?
I know, right? Start learning how to do stuff, and things start kind of happening. But yes, hi, I'm JJ Asgar. I'm a developer
Oh, hi,
advocate.
JJ.
Hi, I'm a developer advocate or the developer advocate. No, no, not really.
The developer advocate.
Yeah, right for IBM Cloud. And Paul and I have been doing this for a while. And today we are not exactly taking a left turn, but we are kind of going a little bit deeper than we traditionally have. So, Paul,
Yeah.
What's our goal for today?
Um, I think you mentioned you wanted to have a look at GitOps.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, we recently went GA with Red Hat OpenShift GitOps, which is a fancy way of saying Red Hat supported Argo CD managed by an operator. And so I thought that we should go ahead, since you have your managed OpenShift clouds over at IBM, we should connect to one of those and install the operator and run through like a how-to. And so this is a quick guide that my colleague Steve, who's also on my team, wrote. And I thought we could start by going through it. And if we're successful, maybe jump onto the ArgoCD website and have a look for other examples and things we could do.
Nice.
Or we could even jump across to something Tectonish using GitHub, using Red Hat pipelines if we feel like playing with that.
Nice. Yeah, that seems like a
But I
pretty
feel
cool
like that
idea.
might be ambitious, and we should just start with the GitOps stuff. So,
Okay.
like always, the first thing you're going to do. Oh, what's this? Are you going to tell us what GitOps is?
Yeah, I figured we should start at least kind of going off of like we all heard the term GitOps before. Hell, we've all heard the term Git and Ops. This is an opportunity for us to kind of talk about where Argo CD fits into this ecosystem, what it
Hmm.
can give us, and then as we get to the actual example and actually pulling it onto OpenShift, um, hopefully it'll make sense on why we spend the time and effort to put this stuff together. I
Yeah.
do.
So
Go ahead.
before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
I reckon we should go to the original GitOps definition and have a look at what the actual like official definition for it is. And I think Weaveworks kind of owns the definition for it. So maybe we can do GitOps definition Weaveworks and see what comes up.
Cloud bees.
Well, that's
Uh,
because they paid for that.
uh,
The no, no,
that one.
you wanted the what is
Yep.
one? Yeah.
It's
So
this one.
zoom in. The words are very small. There we go. Oh, I just want a definition, dude. Come on.
This is the one you told me to click on.
No, no, no. I'm not. I'm talking. Not talking to you. I'm talking to
Oh,
the website that.
let's go back to this one.
All right. So anyway, let me give it a shot.
Sure.
So GitOps is. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. No, that is just quotes. Come
Alex,
on.
Alexis Richardson. He's a nice dude. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's is he the CEO of
Yep.
Weaveworks? CTO of
Yes.
Weaveworks? Anyway, okay. There it is. GitOps can be summarized as these two things: an operating model for Kubernetes and other cloud native technologies, providing a set of best practices that unify Git deployment, management, and monitoring for containerized clusters and applications, or a path towards a developer experience for managing applications where end-to-end CI/CD pipelines and Git workflows are applied to both operations and development. So effectively, GitOps is where you take like the GitHub workflow model and you apply it to operations. So what you effectively end up with is obviously you have your code in GitHub, and you also have your configuration in GitHub. And then you use GitHub style operations to actually perform deployments. So let's say you've decided that you're going to use like GitHub releases as the mechanism. When you deploy to production, you would actually create a new release and call it 2.1.1 or whatever version you're moving to. And that act of creating a release would create a webhook or something into your Kubernetes cluster, or your Kubernetes cluster is watching for new releases and is then going to collect the code and the config and is going to apply the two into effectively Kubernetes manifests and have your application running. And then in theory, if you wanted...
Hold on.
Go ahead.
That sounds really convoluted. Tell me why this is good.
Well, I'm not the biggest advocate of GitOps in a lot of ways. I think it can be really interesting for really well engineered microservices. I think trying to encapsulate all of your operational practices into like the Git interface or the GitHub interface is a little bit challenging, especially when it comes to maybe some of the day two type operations. So I really like the idea of like everything should be in Git, like everything should be in source control, right? So you have your source code, you have some kind of automation to deploy your app, probably Kubernetes manifests, and then you have some sort of configuration to deploy to your app, which could be modifications to those manifests to set environment variables or whatever. That all should be in Git, and I totally agree with that. I just struggle sometimes with the idea of being forced to use the Git workflows to do operations. I don't think there are some things that kind of naturally make sense, but I don't know that it all makes sense. So I think it is interesting, and it is certainly something worth looking at. But I think there's a, GitOps as written in the GitOps Bible, and then there's something a bit more pragmatic. And I think we often end up at the pragmatic side of things. So you can see they're using, in this example, I said GitHub releases, but really they're using like pull request merges. So they've picked a branch to be the, say, the production branch or whatever, I guess. And anytime a pull request is merged into that, that's then telling it to redeploy your application or to update your application. So it's kind of using, it's still using pull requests and stuff, but it's not GitHub releases, like I was thinking. So that's kind of the basics of it. And then we have a Git Ops Controller, which Argo Cd and Weaveworks and a few others have. And that's basically a controller that's sitting in Kubernetes that is continuously watching the actual state and comparing it to the declared state, which is what's sitting in Git. And if it sees something that's different, it will say, hey, something's different. I need to reapply, or I need to raise an alarm, or I need to do something.
Nice. All right. So we are, as you said a moment ago, we are playing with Argo CD.
Yeah.
And I'll throw this into the chat in case you were watching at home and or would like to follow along. We have our typical OpenShift cluster, as Paul said earlier.
Can you zoom in a touch? There we go.
I've come in as the cluster admin because we are going to be needing to create some new projects and play around. And yes, there's other ways to do this, but this is just a learning experience, so we're not playing by all the important rules. I have also logged into the cluster here. So if I do OC get projects, we'll see a bunch of projects, which is what we were expecting. We still have the Tigria in here, but that's not here nor there. So what we're going to do is I need to bring up the right window. And of course, the right window is not what I want it to be. Here we go.
Yeah.
Move that over here.
So I can get us going to at least get the operator going. So click on Operator Hub, and then just type in GitOps. And you'll see there's a few options. So there's Argo Cd, a couple of flavors of that, and those are community-based. And then there's the Red Hat OpenShift GitOps, which is effectively the same thing. It's just officially supported by Red Hat. So if you're running OpenShift and you run the OpenShift GitOps operator, you get support for Argo Cd as part of that. And so that's the major difference between the two. And that's why you probably want to run with the OpenShift GitOps versus the Argo Cd. But if you don't want the support, or if you're running this in, like if you have regular Kubernetes, you're not doing OpenShift, you're probably going to go with the Argo Cd operator.
Interestingly enough, this is a phase 5 operator.
Yeah.
Where this is only a phase 1.
Yeah.
That
is a good point. I think I would say that some of that functionality, like that capability, has been removed, or at least it's not being promised because of the supported nature of it. And we want to make sure that it really is seamless and it really does support full life cycle before we put those check marks in the official one.
Okay.
But I mean, I did upgrade from a pre-GA version of it to the GA version, and nothing blew up. So I think it's okay. Right. But that is an interesting catch.
And I did notice a bug or problem in the README, but I have no idea where to put that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll show it
in the doc.
Yep. Typo.
Where?
I'll show you in a second. Let's go through this thing.
Okay.
Come on now.
Okay.
Hey, that's why you put me on these things. Is I find
that
these
is
things.
Yeah. I know. Well, I'm just saying, like, while this is taking a few minutes, you could be showing me that.
Oh yeah, I guess it is in the background, doesn't it? Excuse me. So we type GitOps.
Excuse you.
So if we can bring this up, it's already installed. So if you look, the links, hyperlinks are working here, and this one, for some reason, is not. Oh, it's probably because of the space right there. See?
Yeah, or it could just be because it's. Well, yeah, that's totally what it is.
Yeah, it's marked down, right? So
yeah,
I have no idea where this is. I would have put that PR in a heartbeat, but I mean, I guess we could Google.
I bet you there's a link to the GitHub repo or something for it.
No, there's not. Now I like how it says an NA support too on this too. That's kind of weird.
Right. Anyways.
Oh, is this it?
Yeah, there it is.
Nope. That's a different.
Right.
README. Oh well. Anyway. All right. So we are installed. We will view this operator. And we've got the service, application, Argo Cd. Here's the description again. Day 2 operations. Day 1 operations.
All right. So it's installed. So what's our next step? Switch to the dock now. I'm not sure if he's going to have us click through here or switch to the command line.
All right. It's right here.
All right.
Pull the stuff from GitHub.
Right. Now, I would say you'll want to actually fork this and do it from our own repo. And that way, if we want to show the actual GitOps happening, we can make changes to your Git repo and see it happen.
All right. So I shall fork this. And then we'll come over here. And I will cd source GitHub cd git clone. Oh, that's new. I didn't realize they had a fetch upstream button now.
Huh.
Yeah. Copy.
Yeah, you did a...
One step closer. GitOps demo. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we should do... Why would I need to do this?
I don't know. Just do a word search for GitOps Home. Is there somewhere else he's using that?
No.
No.
Unless
Weird.
it's in this site.sh.
No.
No. It's very odd that he's asking us to do this, but sure.
That's fine.
All right, so we're going to
All right, so you're logged in.
Yep. There we go.
All right.
1 second. I just lost the questions. Okay. All right, now we have cluster admin, and we need to give this admin policy. There we go. Basically gave it everything. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see this next. We need to create the URL. Ooh. Okay. Does not like that. I don't think we haven't created one yet. We created the operator, but we didn't do the
scroll back to the instructors. Maybe he just missed a step.
Nope.
All files, install the operator. Yeah, so I think he might have made the assumption that we were. Okay, so if we switch back to the OpenShift console.
That is, give me a second. Here.
And then
we got, here it is right here, the CRD desired namespace.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that. Oh. We make it easier for you.
Yeah.
So if you click on the Argo CD on the top, there's like all the buttons. Oh yeah, oh there works where you just were. Create instance.
We don't want to put this in the OpenShift operators, right?
No.
GitOps?
You want to... No, there should be OpenShift GitOps. Yeah, there it is, OpenShift GitOps.
That's the operator. So we should go back to...
So now click on the operator again.
This one?
Yeah.
And create instance.
And then, yeah. Actually, go back one. And click on Argo CD. I just want to see if it shows if there are any instances already up there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one. So click on it. In the OpenShift GitOps namespace, click on YAML.
There's a spec.
Yeah, I mean, that looks about right. It's kind of a super simple.
No
Argo
ingress.
CD. Interesting.
But, hold on. It was doing GitOps server. And there's no route.
So
that.
yeah, well, do a get all in that OpenShift GitOps namespace and see what you have. Or better yet, go to the console and you should be able to look at it in topology view. So if you switch from administrator to developer, and then you just skip that. See there it is right there. And it looks like there's a URL for it. So click on that. That's fine. It's just using a self-signed cert. That's going to be fixed soon. No, that's not going to work. Oh wait, no, that's you. Sorry,
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry, I thought it was asking you to log into the operator. Okay, so if you pop back to the console then, and do a OC get routes -n OpenShift GitOps. OpenShift cluster server versus OpenShift GitOps server.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that worth? I mean, could this be an IBM Cloud? No, this would be an IBM Cloud thing.
No, I don't think so, but it could be a version of the operator thing. I will mark that as something we should look at, and that way we can just keep moving.
Okay.
Let me see. I'll just ping Steve while you're typing away.
That looks better. So then I can turn around and come back to, where'd the docs go? Docs are, where did I put the docs? There we go. Put that back right there. Come back over here. And grab this just to make sure it works. That looks better. Just one more time. And that's what we expected to see. Yay. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now, we're going to grab this again. But we're going to put that there. And we're going to have to do this also with that. Oh. K get or OC get secrets. Not going to get very far with that, am I?
What namespace are you in?
Yeah, I was just about to check that. Hang on.
Yeah.
OpenShift Git Ops. Oh, here we go.
Argo Cd cluster.
Is it really? Oh my god, I think it is. GitOps secret OpenShift GitOps cluster. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it is cluster. Jesus Christ. I guess that's the reason why they pay us a lot of money, right, Paul? We're willing to figure this shit out. Copy. There we go. Okay. Now. So we need to go to history of Argo CD. We're going to go in as admin with the password of this super nice secure password. Are you there, Paul? Did I lose you?
Yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry, I was just dumping info on Steve. So the reason was the the slightly newer version of OpenShift has a newer version of the operator, and the newer version of the operator has some different names.
Got it.
So I think the doc was written for 1.10 or 1.01 or something. So that's why we've seen a difference.
Cool. Well, that's the advantage of going through it.
But the rest of it should remain about the same.
All right, so let's go ahead and log in. Well, I guess we don't have this command. Yeah, I don't have that command. Can I brew install that?
Probably.
Hang on. Got too many windows open. Ah. Give me a second. All right, so brew install Argo CD. Oh God. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna skip that. All right.
Does he have a download link to Argo CD?
No.
Really?
Yep, he's missing
All
that.
right.
Now he's asking us to apply something here, but I don't know where that's from. Is that in the demo?
That's in the hopefully, yeah.
Yep. Copy. Cat. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
All right, so this is using the Argo Cd CRDs. So it's declaring an application, and it is pointing at a Git repo. And so clearly, and it's telling it to use the local Kubernetes service in a namespace called BGD. So what we want to do, obviously, is change that repo URL because it needs to match your version of it.
I don't think we have that app, though. That's not what I checked out. I have to fork that app, too, don't I?
Oh, isn't that what we just
No. This
did
is
a
an
fork
actual,
of?
This is an actual app.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
So this would be our, as I realized how close I am to my screen, this would be our application that we are trying to run on our cluster. Yes?
Right.
Where the
Yes.
thing we forked is the configuration of running that application.
I think you're right. Yes.
Okay. So we shouldn't need to change
So-
this because this would be our upstream, right?
Sure. Let's roll with that.
All right. And if you notice here too, it says creates namespace true, so that's probably the reason why we didn't actually have to do this yet, right?
Right.
All right. So with that, we can come back over here. And I believe the kids call it YOLO.
And now, are we in the right namespace?
It creates the namespace. Remember, it said create the namespace.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yep.
Okay, get NS. Grab the. There we go. 6 seconds.
Wow.
All right. Then we can check the status of the actual rollout here.
It's probably still building it.
Yeah.
I bet you there's a way we can get to the logs of it building it. Yeah, so I would say it's. Why don't we look at the Argo CD GUI and see if there's a way to get to logs?
Ooh, here we go.
Well, look at this.
All
Yeah.
right. I got to admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Again, though, you should zoom in a little bit. It's pretty hard to read.
Yeah. You and your old man eyes.
Oh, it's a tiny little window on low resolution internet streaming.
There we go. Expecting. We're out of sync. We're waiting for that to pull down. My question, though, is So if Argo CD knows about this, on our console, on our OpenShift console, if we went into the BGD, we should start seeing build configs in here, right? No.
I think so.
Because I'd imagine that's what is happening over here, right? Because it's creating this stuff for us. No?
Can we? I wonder if we can get logs from the Argo Cd operator itself. Is there a way to? Can you click sync status? Go back to the Argo Cd.
Sync status. It is running.
Right.
2 minutes.
There's no button to get logs.
We can kill it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, I think the user is probably different, just like the other stuff was different because of the GitOps version.
Ugh.
So if you go back to your shell history where you did the user permissions. There was at some point you ran a command. Just go switch back to his instructions.
Who's this one?
And we'll scroll up to that. Right, so paste that, but then we'll need to modify the user.
OpenShift.
So whatever the error was, we need to just update this spot here. Switch back to the Argo CD where it had the error. So you want to grab just the Argo CD cluster, Argo CD application controller section of it.
This one?
Yep.
Change it. This one?
Just remove this whole word and put it there instead.
Think so?
I think that's correct. So actually thinking about it, that's actually the Z is the service account. So just quickly do a, well, we'll see in a second anyway. Do a kubectl get service account -n OpenShift GitOps. No dashes, please. Yeah, that should be the one then. So if you flip back, hopefully it's, if you refresh, hopefully the sync will be working now.
You want to terminate and try to do it again?
Good question.
Or resync?
You could just delete the resource, go back to your command line and delete, and then recreate it.
Cue in your logic.
Go back up to where you did the apply. And actually, after you delete it, I want to double check because I just realized we're not pushing this up to Git, so it might be something that we want to
there we go.
take a clone of that repo that we didn't clone.
Of the upstream
So
application?
I'm gonna go ahead and let's just do that. And that way, if we end up needing to change it, we don't find out too late. So now don't worry about cloning it down for now. Just edit it. Edit the documentation YAML.
I'm with you now. Hang on.
If we need to modify it, we'll just YOLO it in the GitHub GUI.
Good to me. Okay, apply dash F. There we go.
Right.
Synced. That was quick.
That looks better. So what does this mean?
That is a good question.
Does this mean it's actually deployed, or does this mean it's deploying?
It knows of it.
Right.
Here we go. It's actually doing stuff.
Oh, look, there's a pod and stuff.
Yes.
It says it's running. So now if you look in the OpenShift console, you should see something in the topology for the BGD.
There we go.
Look at that. And you can click on the route.
There we go.
And it's yellow. All right.
Is that good?
I think that's just the current setting. And so I think part of the documentation then is how we can change the setting using GitOps, I hope.
Oh, okay.
From memory, there's like a setting that's got color equals yellow or something along those lines.
So if we check the rollout
so now you can run that
status-
rollout status.
That's helpful. And then we'll go ahead and see the application, just for sanity's sake, which is what we were expecting.
Right.
Again, oh, no.
How is that different to...
That's a good question.
Oh, it's HTTP versus HTTPS.
Really? Oh. I hate computers.
Right?
God, I hate computers so much.
Okay.
Now we come over to documentation again. By the way, for all the people watching, just real quick, I'll put this in the chat. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. And we are actually following along. Where did I put that documentation? Right here. So if you are interested in trying this yourself, you're more than welcome to give this a shot. Okay.
Right. So now we're going back to the Argo Cd. We did that already. And so...
We didn't see all of that same information, though, did we?
Refresh now.
Yeah, hang on.
Oh, look, clear filters to show 5 additional resources.
Clear filters.
Wasn't that a thing you could just click on?
I don't know. Ah, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So then we can come to...
So now he's telling us to make a change directly to the app.
Change the application. In the terminal, enter the following command, which will induce to change the BG application.
Right. And so let's before you do it, yeah.
Okay.
Let's just saving you from having to do a kubectl edit.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
I mean, we could actually, let's go ahead and do the kubectl edit anyway, and do it that way. So go to the, so kubectl edit deployment.
-n of BG or GD edit deployment .apps. Oops. What?
Just edit deployment space and then whatever.
I don't remember the name. That's the problem. Oh, I guess that's easy. It's a yellow.
Right. And yeah.
Is that it? That one?
No, that's the last applied configuration.
Here we go.
Yeah. So
Green.
change that to blue. Green.
Right.
That works too. Whatever you want.
All right, we're doing green. It has been edited.
Right. So now if you go to the the app. Let's see if it changed.
Alright. That's not it. That's not it either. Where'd I put the app?
I don't know.
Here. It is yellow.
But you just changed it.
I did.
Refresh.
Man, I'm reloading.
Do the rollout status and see if it's still rolling out. It says it is. Do a get all.
Oh, come on, JJ. That was a minute ago. Maybe now.
Mm-hmm. Just do a re-edit of the deployment.
Oh, come on, JJ. It is not there.
Interesting. So I wonder if the Git Ops operator immediately just turned it back.
Because we didn't. Oh.
So go back to his instructions. Maybe I was thinking we were doing it.
And yeah, why does a patch?
I mean, that's a good question. So go ahead and run this patch then, and we'll try that.
Nothing too crazy.
Do it. Oh, you're good. And so now do the rollout status immediately. Yeah, okay, so it's already rolled out. So now refresh it.
Just go back to the window.
And I bet you now it's out of sync. Okay. Weird. So check the app and make sure it's actually green now.
Yes.
Wherever you put the app in here, yeah.
Right here.
Refresh. There it is. Weird. What's different in the patch than... I wonder if doing a patch is different to... Like, is a slightly different command than when we did the edit.
Yeah, maybe.
And that might be why he's calling out to do the patch, because it's overriding it versus getting into a fight. Okay. So that's done. So now what's his doc say?
All right. Now, synchronize application. The console, click the sync button to resynchronize BGU application to the approved configuration support. Wait. TBD. Sorry, this is too good. So if we do that, so even though we made a patch to it, we're forcing the change back to the state that it's supposed to be in.
Right. Yeah. So I would say that's what's happening is the patch happens in a way that the Git Ops operator decides not to force it back, whereas the first one we did when we did an edit, the Git Ops operator just immediately forced it back.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Now it's doing the deploy. It's already pushed it out. So this should now go back to yellow. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So I guess...
Right. So basically that's the Git Ops operator. Yeah, that's the Git Ops operator doing what it's supposed to do. It's seeing there's a difference. Maybe it sees a patch as a deliberate operation and therefore something it should be leaving alone in case someone did it on purpose for debug reasons. So I bet you there's an Argo Cd reason behind it not auto-reverting a patch versus auto-reverting when we did the edit.
So if we want to make this change permanent, we come into this demo and we do this. No, not that.
So this is where we will edit it, I think, in the Git repo.
Yeah.
And this is why we're now glad that we did that. Don't cloning it down. Just let's YOLO it in the GitHub UI.
All right.
I think we're just changing one file.
Yeah, I think you're right. Where'd I put it?
I don't know.
Right here. Here we go. We're gonna look for the word yellow. No.
Oh boy.
Oh, because
Right.
they make it. Wait, hold on. They made a change to the manifest. They didn't actually change to the code.
Yeah, but where's the manifest coming from? It's coming from here. So go back. Click on apps. Click on BGD. Click on
there's
base
deployment. Here we go.
Deployment. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Ugh. So now just hit the edit button. Change it to blue because we haven't done blue yet. And then hit commit.
So then this, it still thinks it was authored by that. So if I synchronize this one now, or hold on, do a sync status. No.
It should automatically see a change, assuming it's polling it. So in a like a short period of time, it should determine that it needs to use the refresh in the app, not the browser refresh.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Synced. Done the deployment.
So, and now it's synced.
Hey.
So if you then
that's
switch to
cool.
the app,
no, that's
you'll
pretty
see
cool.
It. Hopefully we'll see it is now.
Yay!
Look at that.
Yay! Actually, that makes sense to me.
Did we succeed at something?
I think we did.
Did we actually succeed at something?
I mean,
what I realize now is the repo we downloaded was just the documentation for how to do this. The repo that we cloned is what it's calling the source repo, which in GitOps terms is actually the kube deployments, like the kube manifests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, this one, right? Git Ops demo. This one was important to just tell Argo Cd, hey, this is the thing you need to pay attention to.
Right.
Oh God, what did I do? Oh my God.
So I wonder what's considered the source repo and the config repo. Is this the source where it's declaring the application? No. Let's go to the Argo website and look at their documentation for the application and see what our options there are. That might give us a bit of clarity on source versus config repos. Core concepts, maybe? Application, but there's not a link to the application CRD. That's great. Thanks for nothing. Try the user guide.
No.
Oh my God. I just want you to tell me what you... Just tell me what an application is.
It's a group of Kubernetes
developer
resources
guide.
that is a custom resource.
Yeah, but I want to see... thanks for being helpful. Do we have to really click through the API docs to get to this?
I think we do.
All right. API docs. Down. Oh, God. No, come on. Okay. Go to your Google fucking window thing and type in ArgoCD application specification.
Oh, here's the UCRD.
Yeah, but like I don't want to have to read a fucking CRD YAML to understand it. They need to be. This has to be documented.
Application.
All right.
Source. Desired state of the Git repository. The destination is a target source in the namespace.
See application.yaml for additional fields.
Ugh.
Oh, really?
Hey, guest book. Can't get away from that fucking app. Helm. Ingress. Customize.
All right. Whatever.
My eyes are bleeding.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to have to read. If you give me a YAML file as your documentation, you have failed.
But in essence, what we were expecting, like just to try to bring it back, the source URL, source repo URL is the desired state of the repository, like of what we want, which is the reason why when we forked this one and we changed it to blue, Argo's like, hey, that one changed. I need to make a change happen. Right?
Exactly. Yep.
Which is exactly what we're trying to do. I mean, it does tell us this. It was just buried in here, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's right.
It was just stupid. All right.
Stupid.
So I'm feeling pretty good here. Like,
yeah,
I feel like we should take the win, unless you want to keep going.
No, I'm happy to take the win and call this a successful attempt at doing GitOps.
Okay. All right. So let me flip us back. Here we go. So, final thoughts.
Thoughts? I mean, that was fine. It works. What's it look like when you've got like a complex distribution of microservices all being managed behind a API gateway? How does it work when you have to determine like intra microservice API compatibility? That's where I think it may get sticky. What happens when you've got like 300 apps all being deployed via GitOps? How do you provide that centralized oversight to make sure that your security standards are being followed?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of things that need to be thought about beyond just, YOLOing this thing into Kubernetes.
So looks like, as you were talking, they do have the sock shop Argo CD example.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can. I'm not sharing my screen.
Let's do it.
Well, no, I'm not saying right now. I say we should take some homework.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm saying take some homework. Try to get this to work with Argo CD, which seems like a reasonable thing to do. And then from there, we can come back to and show how, for instance, like, hell, I think I even saw Rabbit in here. Yeah, here we go. There's RabbitMQ in here, right? So maybe we could mess with RabbitMQ inside of there to see how all that stuff comes together or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And I think one thing I just saw as you were going through there was it was using Customize. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's some of the ways you're providing your config specific stuff is via Customize, or it looks like it also supports Helm, so maybe via Helm. Mm-hmm. So maybe the correct way to provide the configs is to be using something like Customize or Helm to overlay it. And then there's probably a way to specify the values, whether that's a separate repo or whether that's in the app specification. That's probably something we would need to figure out, and something that we'll figure out if we do something's a bit more complicated than the basic app we just did. And so if we were to do the sock shop app, we would probably learn a bunch more about the configuration side of things.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be like, being that we have one app, one microservice working, and we know how to play with that configuration just a little bit. I think the sock shop should be our goal for the next time we do this.
Okay.
Because it's just there'll be more knobs and dials to turn, so we can see the effect.
Right.
Right. So
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
Cool bananas.
Yeah. Say bye, Paul.
Bye, Paul.
That works for me. See you guys next time.